Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising, everybody. Today is a beautiful day. Still bright, still vibrant, still beautiful, and it's still cold. Yes, it is still cold outside. Well, in the DMV area, I should say, we still cold, honey. And they talking about some more of the winter blast, baby. That's only one thing I could tell you. Well, actually, two things. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Right? This here. Boop, boop, boop. Molly Moss, C Moss. It even dances on the screen. This yellow and it's blue. And I always tell y'all, yellow and blue makes green. And that's what we gonna talk about today. Getting some money, getting some greenery, getting some shrubbage, getting whatever you want to call it, getting some green. I'm talking about those greenbacks, those dollar bills, y'all. It's a new year. It's a new situation, new era, new everything. It's a new day. Sun is shining bright. And I'm going to start going out here on putting myself out here in TikToks and finish writing the rest of my jingles. I had a good long talk with myself last night. I was talking to myself, with myself, by myself. But you know what? I said, self, you need some self-reflection. So what I did, I went and looked in the mirror. And as I looked in the mirror and gazed at myself, I was looking at myself inward and outward. I was meditating on what I saw. What I saw and what I was looking at, what was looking back at me. I think I stood there until my arms got tired because I'm leaning on the seat because I got to get real close to see to see me. And I wanted to get close enough so I could see what I'm looking at. So I can really concentrate on looking at my eyes. I only could see in one eye. You know how they say, look into my eyes, tell me, what do you see? I only see one eye. I got one good eye. But I'm looking. And I'm going back and forth and I'm looking. And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get to it. Time for me to get what I got so much bubbling and brewing in me. That's why half the time I don't remember what I'm saying because it's so much momentum stuff. What I mean by momentum, I'm in the moment. I'm in the now. I'm in the present. So much stuff that's in right now. Because what was yesterday, that's what the past. I'm in the right now. And right now is going to dictate where I be, the future. So what I'm doing right now is going to dictate where I be and what I'm going. So I said I need to start being more careful. I need to start making different steps, different moves. You know, I can't let this world catch up on me and beat me down. Physically, mentally, and damn sure not spiritually. You know, no. And I was like, I need healthy of everything. I need to get healthy of everything across the board, right? We don't talk about financial literacy enough as Black people. I don't think so. And then when we do talk about it, when our entrepreneurs do talk about it, sometimes maybe it's the way they say it or the way it comes off, or sometimes people don't want to hear. But we need to really know financial literacy just like our other kind of counterparts in life, like other races and nationality, and the importance of sticking together as unity and all of that stuff. Because everybody all out for self. Why? You know, and I was watching these people was taking crabs out of the barrel. They was putting crabs in a pot, taking it out of this big brown basket, what they call a bushel. And I noticed that every time this man would pick up one crab, the other crab would clam onto it, right? As if to try to pull the crab back in the barrel. But then I noticed that the other crab is grabbing the other people to put them in the pot. So I was like, wow. I was saying, so it's two things going on with that crab in the barrel mentality. You got the people that's pulling back on you to put you back in the barrel with them. Then you got the other people who's trying to hold on to you and throw your ass in the fire and in the water. You know, and I was like, wow, as I'm sitting there looking at the video, watching the video and doing a lot of reflecting, I said, I gotta break that chain. See, that's that chain that we want to break. That long line, them holding on to each other. Break that shit. I'm going to be an individual to climb out the basket by myself. Then when I get to a certain level, then I can help the rest of my people by building a bridge, not holding on to me. I'm going to put something down. You climb out. Now you can climb. I can help you get out, but you're not going to hold on to me to even put me back in the basket or even to send me to my demise in the fire. We're not doing that because I ain't holding on to. I'm only holding on to God. That's all. I'm not. I'm only trusting in Him. Because you're not even going to pull me back down with you or lead me to my demise. And I got that just from looking at crabs. Am I mental? Is my mental working right? I'm just thinking about stuff, and I'm like, wow, yeah. So that crab that was they was trying to pull in the water wasn't trying to let them other people go. They was holding on to dear life not to go in that water, but it was going to take some people with them to go into that water. I'm like, wow, and that's how life is. That's how people is. Everybody that come with you can't go with you. Everybody that go with you didn't come with you. It's like six in one hand and a half a dozen in the other. Uh, it's the same thing. So we gotta break them chains though. We gotta How about I close my fist and ain't got nothing? Well, how about I got 12 over here, 12 over here? Look, all I'm saying is find your own avenue, find your own way. You don't have to follow anybody, and you don't have to hold on to anybody to bring anybody down. Break loose of those chains. And when you want to go back to help your brothers and your sisters, help your family, your people, you love one, help them by building a bridge so that they may cross too. You don't have to give them your arm. You give them a way to go, a path, so they can come on too. That's my mental thought, my functionality for Wellness Wednesday today. I think I jaw jacked enough. So let me say good morning and grand rising to the people. Oh, darn, I forgot to send Auntie Felicia. Molly Moe, my super producer, and Big Money Trey. Hey, baby. I don't know who else is in the studio. I heard a blue, 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 blue. Oh, let's say hello to everybody else. We got Funny Man, and Phoenix in the house.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Early birds get the worm. That's what I heard. What's up, everybody? What's up, Phoenix, Uncle E,
Happy Wednesday.
David? What's up
Everybody
on this
feeling
Wednesday?
What's up? What's
feeling
up?
good. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Happy to
Out
see
there.
everybody in here. As soon as the countdown, as soon as she announced everybody, I'm not used to seeing a couple faces already in this joint. So I like that this morning. I feel like it's gonna be a good show. I know some of y'all be giving some good takes, so I'm excited to see what come out of today.
Real
Yep.
quick, can I add to your crab in the barrel or in the pot, Reese?
Oh,
Shoot,
you
of
mean
course, why
me
not?
breaking the train? Breaking the train?
No. I like the fact that you're trying to break the chain and create new pathways, but I want us to also think about the fact of why crabs pull you back or why they try to pull you into the pot. First and foremost, crabs don't belong in the barrel. So of course they're trying to climb up and get out, and it seems like they're pushing you down, but they're trying to get to where they belong. Crabs, they're going into a pot, so of course you don't want to die alone. So it may look like they're trying to pull you into the pot, but maybe the ones that aren't in the pot trying to pull them out the pot, which is what you're saying as far as trying to build a bridge and build a way. So I want us to not always think about the crab in the barrel mentality as something as lackluster or poor mentality. We're not supposed to be in the barrel. We're supposed to be in the ocean. So that's just like
I
the
know that's right.
hoods. These areas are created to keep us down, but we are constantly trying to climb out. And though it may look like from the outside in that we're taking and climbing over, no, we're climbing so we can help others get out the barrel. So,
That part. Okay.
Okay. Did anybody else got anything to say they want to add? Unc, Funny Man, Trey, Molly.
We're talking about
Mm,
crabs in a barrel. Is that what we're talking about?
I was just
yeah.
responding to what Reese was speaking on. If you didn't hear it, then you don't have to say anything. But I just wanted to add that because
No,
when
no, 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 no.
yeah,
I've just been, I've been a smart ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the
Probably.
only thing that's happening, like I said, I agree. The only thing that's happening is you have crabs that's trying to get out the barrel, and you have crabs that's trying to save other crabs. We the ones who make everything look so bad. We like our vision is all off. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it be the crabs is trying to help each other get the fuck away? Because that's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. And I've put a crab. I've cooked live crabs, and I see how a crab will grab the little things that you put. What
the
is the little
phone.
grippers? Yeah, they will grab them. just so you can come out, just so they can get the fuck out of that pot and get free. It's like I said, whenever you have something or someone facing death, the fuck they gonna do whatever the hell they gotta do to get the fuck up out of that situation, whether it calls for climbing over somebody, helping somebody, or whatever.
David.
Right.
That's it.
I'm sorry, Aunt. Was you finished? You thought,
Yeah.
David.
I don't know. Like we say, I didn't um hear anything about the crab in the barrel. Only thing I know is my sister's the crab queen, so it might need some
I
crabs.
know that shameless plug.
Okay.
Oh
All
shit!
right.
Is it working? There you go.
This
Ah,
is
I ain't mad at
Wellness Wednesday. Trey, Molly, y'all got anything to say?
that. Nah, nothing that nah, no.
Not to add anything. Molly Mall. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Molly's not on screen right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
All righty then. So it is Wellness Wednesday. Oh, what y'all? What are we talking about? The mental, the financial. We always need the financial. It seems like I don't know, but for me, the financial part is it's a relief. It helps a lot on the mental. If my financials are in order, it gives me relief from the bill collectors and paying stuff on time.
You
Or he's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always a worrisome thing. It's sometimes it's a hard thing to maneuver through sometimes.
Hmm.
And when your finances is off, it messes. It seems like everything is off. And I know they say the love of
Yeah.
money is a root of all evil, or you don't need money for this, you don't need money for that. But no, you don't need money to be happy. But money offers some security. You don't need to, but like because when you have the money and stuff happens, you can get stuff break down. If you have money and you're hungry, you can go feed yourself and family if food get low. If you have the money, money don't make you happy, but it give us security.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you
but
going
Reese,
out,
I think that I think that that scripture is taken out of context. You know, man, it's like when we say the love of money, I think that's more talking about greed or whatever. You know what I mean? Because a whole lot of things and everything, was start over the good example. You know what I mean? I was shocked to find out like the gangs, like the Bloods and I mean like the Crips and everything. No, that was a peaceful organization. To against police brutality and everything, but it was the greed, what I mean, the selling drugs and all that mess and all, making money and stuff and all, is what made it what it is. Made the violence and everything, that we know it to be today and never know. But that when people talk about, what I mean, the love of money. Well, first people would say it's the money is the root of all evil, but like you said, it says the love of
the
money.
love of money. Yeah.
And I think it's more talking about, I mean, greed or whatever, I mean, because I mean, let's face it, we do need money to survive. And I mean, so if somebody just walks up to you and give you $100 bill or something like that, or I mean, you're going to be happy. I mean, you're not going to say, nah, I just thanks for all this money. I still want to be sad. No, I mean, you're going to be happy, but yeah, I think it's more talking about greed.
Yeah, yeah. And did y'all know also that it's good for us to laugh? David, we're healers. Like
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
said, oh, because I mean, my friend told me the other day, he was like, he gave me scripture. He went to scripture on me. He said, "Do you know comedians are doctors?" And I'm
Doctors,
sitting
yeah.
there looking. Well, listen, no, well, check this out, right? So he gave me Proverbs 17 and 22, and which read in the King James version, which read, it says, "A merry heart doeth good, like medicine," right? It says, "But a broken spirit dries the bones." So Merry heart means, a happy, joyful. So I don't call myself a doctor. I'm a healer. That's what I want to do. I want to heal through love and laughter. Doctors, Western medicine and all of that stuff. Before we had anything, we was called healers, and I think that's what I am. If I, instead of calling myself a doctor, because I said, oh shucks, I'm gonna call myself Doctor Jokes or Doctor Laughter. Then I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm more healing laughter, because the stuff that I talk about in my comedy set and everything, it comes from real life. It comes from a healing point, because everything that I talk about, I can laugh at now that I've gone through, and that was healing. That laughter is healing laughter. Just like this
Yeah.
book, Shades of Blue. Shades of Blue is a healing book when you get down and read it, because it has something in there for everybody. It talks about mental health. It talks about suicide, schizophrenic. It talks about grapes. I learned what grapes was yesterday. Thank you, Trey and Molly, for putting me down with that. It talks about graping. It talks about so much stuff, addiction and everything, and not knowing when you were writing it what it would end up being. It was just coming out your head, and you writing, and you just going and going.
Right.
So I encourage, if you haven't read it, read it, and it don't break the spirit. The spirit, you know what I mean? So, and I'm doing all this, going on the mental health and all of that. That's what I'm talking about
Yeah.
today: mental and spirituality and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Like I said, and being a comedian, I get a chance to help people and heal people with laughter. When you
Mhm.
sick and you're not feeling good, and you see something funny, or somebody say something funny, you forget in that moment
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
hurt or your bones broke, or whatever. When you can, when you're not crying, you laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I can,
I-
Reese, I want to make a quick shout out to people. I know you about to say something, David, but I was trying to jump in on the silent moment.
I'm
I just want to
sorry.
shout out to Kyle, Miss Misha, or Misha Merritt, the sponsor of the Morning Mac Show. Uncle E's in here as well. So I just want to shout out to the people that's in the comment section. Let them know that we see them. Go ahead, David. I'm sorry.
No, I was pretty much piggybacking what Reese was saying. They say laughter is the best medicine, and I say the same thing. That we are like doctors. Of course, we're not paid the same or whatever, but like, because like somebody can be like somebody can be in a real bad mood or whatever like that. If you want to be in a bad mood and stuff, no, you do not want to laugh. You know what I mean? You like if you get even more mad that somebody is making you mad because you want to stay in that mood. It seems like once you start laughing or something like that, no, your mood is lifted almost no matter what the other situation. And I'm not going to sit and say and said your situation is completely gone away, but like Reese said, at least for that couple minutes or whatever like that. No, you know what I mean. You're like carefree. So I
I
do
feel
agree
that.
with that.
I feel that.
And it changed your mental. It
Yeah,
changed. It changed your that it changed the direction that you going in that day. You know,
yeah,
it's just like
yeah.
a
I got
hug. It'll change the direction. Those are like superpowers.
yeah, yeah,
To show love and affection, to give people hugs, and
yep,
to make people laugh. We
yeah,
actually can change the world. And just imagine if
yep,
everybody is laugh more, hug more, love more, what kind of place this would be.
yeah,
I guarantee they will start looking out for their neighbors more. I
yeah,
guarantee they'd be in a better mood. They'd be like, "Hey Trey, what's going on?" They just be it'll be a different place. And as I looked in that mirror yesterday, I gotta start one person at a time, right?
at a time. Yep,
Gotta start with yourself at a time. That was just a mental observation and stuff. Sometimes
Yeah.
mental reflection, and you sit back and I have to, do that because I'm like, why is this like this? And it helps you get out that box. It helps you get out that barrel because I don't belong in the barrel. Like Louisa said, we don't belong in the barrel. It helps you get back to where you from, that freedom, your spirit. It helps that spirit get back. And I believe this is just my belief and my opinion that when we're talking about mental health and unpacking, it's because the way we was conditioned. It's because the box that we was
Hmm.
put in. Everybody was put in their own little separate cage, and we still in a cage together. But there's another wall that separate us from coming completely together. You know, it's like having a box of candy. It's not touching, and it's separate enough to be separate in individual flavors. You know what I mean? And then we're
Right.
like a box, but we ain't even supposed to be. We supposed to be free. I'm supposed to be, just a free spirit. But because the way we're conditioned and formed, and they condition us since birth, they indoctrinate
Hmm.
us to their culture since birth. I mean, just when you think about that, how it is, and is it because our parents don't know no better, or they think this is the way we're supposed to do it, this is the way we go, and everybody just get along and say, okay, we're supposed to do it this way. Everybody else doing it this way, so let's do it this way, and the masses go that way. And then when you get that one person that say, well, maybe we should go that way, everybody looking at him like, you're gonna have some that's gonna follow, and you're gonna have some that want to put them in the boiling pot of water. So
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Louisa, you the
I can't.
next.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many messages I got from just a simple like post or something. I was like, hey, I read your post and you're not gonna believe it. I thought about committing suicide or what I mean, like different things. Like you said, what I mean, a simple laughter joke or whatever like that, could change somebody's mindset.
Very
And
true.
that's what we do. We're healers. We all on this panel are healers. We all perform, believe it or not, some
Mhm.
type of service, some type of act of love to one another. And I love when the holidays come, Unc out there giving his heart out to strangers, feeding people that's hungry.
Right.
That just gave
Mhm.
me chills when I thought about it because
Yeah.
this is somebody that I know that's a regular. I'm not saying you regular, Unc, but I'm saying you regular Joe Blow. You're not no millionaire. You're not the Denzel Washington. You're a regular person, but you was able to come together with some other people and feed some people. You a superhero. See, and real heroes don't need no recognition. I know you always say, "Don't call me that. Don't call me that." Meaning, it's us that take care of us. It
Right.
ain't the Oprah Winfrey's of the world because they can only do so much. It ain't the you know what I'm saying? It ain't the celebrities because everybody looks at the celebrities as role models and stuff. What Unc did to me, that was a good thing for somebody to look up at and be a role model. You know, different.
Move.
What you say, Louisa? I saw your lips move. Oh, she okay. Just different acts of service. You know what I'm saying? Like helping your neighbor clean their yard, lawn mow in their yard, and different stuff. It's just those are the things we
Move.
are the role models for our children. We could actually be role models in our children because what are the chances they're going to see Unc in their neighborhood versus seeing Denzel Washington in their neighborhood? They see, your people, the regular people, all day long, every day, and this is what our children and stuff should look up to and aspire to be us, and that's what we should aspire. It's inspire. That's it. Inspire to be a better us. That's just my opinion. Molly Mall, you with
Yo,
us?
yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can hear
Yep.
you, baby boy.
Yep.
Shit, finally. Yeah, I heard you going, girl. You on one today. You on fast, y'all. What up,
Oh,
Riri? What up, Easy Wee? Funny Man, Trey Money,
What's up,
Uncle
bro?
G. I like when
What's
you
up?
talk.
What's up?
I heard something in the
Hey,
water.
Molly.
You got talking about frogs or?
Crabs.
Oh, okay. Then I like that crabs in the barrel, and I was thinking of frogs when I heard the boiling water, because people don't know when they're in a dangerous situation. You know, a lot of people trust a lot of, like we do, black people in general, like we trust, like we love first, not everybody, but for majority of the people. And you got to know sometimes when you're in danger, and I think a lot of people don't know when they're in danger. And it don't mean that it got to be physical danger, but it could be spiritually, mentally, and they don't know. And it's just like the frog in the pot. A lot of people don't know, the frog don't know it's being cooked. You can put them in a pot of water, as long as the water is warm, he'll sit in there, and you just turn it on and then keep it low and keep turning it up. He don't know because his body adjusts to the temperature. So the hotter it get, his body just keep adjusting. Then it get a little hotter, his body keep, and then eventually he start cooking and he die. So I think it's the same thing with a lot of people. They get drained from certain people. They get in people past the water. They get pulled into something that they ain't really got no business being in. And then by the time they find out, they done drained them out of all their energy. And now they mad, so I get what you were saying with the giving out to the community as well. I just think that everybody should do something that you don't get nothing in return. Don't look for no money in return, nothing in return. And I think that's a good feeling that I get. I think if everybody did that, it ain't gotta be a lot, at least once or two times a year. That'd be great, and if they can do that, I like that people on Christmas. I don't celebrate it, and the people who don't celebrate it, they still go out and give to those who don't have toys, and stuff like that. So I'm just like, that's big things, and it costs them money to do it, but that's something they willing to do once or twice a year to give back. So I just ask people, what are we doing to give back? What are some of the things we doing on the panel that we do that give back that might encourage other people to do it? Like you said, giving out food. What are some of the things you think of, Reese, that you done did? I know you done did a few things, but just tell the people some of the things you did and you ain't getting nothing in return, but you did it for the love.
Look,
You're not.
the show. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got Destiny in here. Your aunt popped in the same time. What up, Dad?
What's up?
Welcome to music.
You're good.
You
You
look
gotta
at life
sing your own
for a
song
minute.
today, Destiny. What
Look at
song
life.
you singing?
Suit on Taylor ringtone, Taylor Swift. Can't tweet upon my Twitter because I haven't done shit. Bank account red, body ungroomed. Only thing good about me is I'm off stage June. I'm awesome.
What?
Yeah.
How you ask somebody something? And you
How
gotta,
she just
even if you confused or Reese, you gotta be neutral. Just act like you know what's going on.
Oh, I never heard that song before. I was like, what?
I didn't either, but I wasn't going to be like.
I ain't hear the song, but I
Right.
heard the words.
I'm sorry. It's all I heard was I'm awesome. Okay.
That's the name of the song.
That's the name of the song.
Ring camera.
Yeah.
Ring. She said it so
It
fast.
sounds
I'm like,
familiar.
David said the song sound familiar. Who's singing
Yeah,
that?
you know.
Oh, it's Spose.
That's Spose. What up, butter man?
Okay. Okay. All right now.
For me, and I can't hunt, and I can't see. Smoke weed, but I can't roll blunts. Buy me whip, by my wife, be my neck, not icy. Eating at McDonald's because Subway is pricey. And my unibrows plucked. Just ask my mom if I can borrow $10. She's like, for what? Some blunt wraps and some Vita Kitchen, Skitty Prickle, get a gym membership and vitamins. I'm like, Mom, please don't blame it on me. I got my bad habits from you, Dad and Aunt Steve. My attitude's sour, but my futon's sweet, and the hair on my ass it is Jumanji. Suit on Taylor ringtone, Taylor Swift. Can't tweet upon my Twitter because I haven't done shit. Bank account red, body ungroomed. Only thing good about me is I'm off stage soon. I'm awesome.
That's nasty. He said the unibrow.
Like a comedian rapper, man. That's funny. That's like comedy rap. I like that.
But look, he's
Sonic.
still awesome. That's all right. You still awesome. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
That is good.
Thank you. Look, she said it like a mama. Whatever makes you happy, baby.
Yeah, I am a mom.
I know what that means. If you like it, I love it.
Yeah,
What
like,
that
all right.
I support what makes you happy, dear.
Yeah, that's cool now.
The best part of that song is "I'm Awesome." I like
I'm
that.
good.
Yeah.
That's the best
Yep.
part of
Um, I came in right as y'all were about to start talking about
Got
things
one
that you
sauce in there.
do
And now
to that
Oh,
you
I
don't
got
ask
something.
anything in return. And I'm a big fan of karma personally.
overnight.
Okay.
And part of the part of how it is, like, you're
Look
not
at that, he's
supposed to do good things with the intent of telling people that you did good things and getting the, oh yay, people think I'm awesome for doing them. You're so, like, I will not tell y'all all the good things I've done because that's my good karma, and I don't want to just like hand it out and turn it around and be like, all right, it's you know, I've done enough good things in my life to where the bad balances out, and the bad isn't as bad as it could have been because of the amount of good that I've done, and that's good shit. If y'all want to brag about what you've done that's good, that's your choice. I'm gonna stay out of that part of the conversation, though.
No
Yeah,
wrong with that.
that's amazing.
Well, since
People
we about
brag
to start
about
off with you, Reed, let's
it. You ain't
get
gotta
you,
brag about it.
and then we're just gonna go down the screen. So Reed, David, you know, Molly, Phoenix, Uncle E, whatever. We just go straight down. So
it.
Okay.
Okay. What was you saying, Molly?
oh,
Hmm.
Molly was
Nah, I
saying,
said that's right. A lot of people don't have to brag, and a
oh,
lot
I
of
didn't even
people
hear you. My
feel
bad.
to brag about it. But I don't think that's bragging. If somebody saying share some of the things that y'all done that you ain't asked for nothing in return. One if possible. We just all sharing. You ain't got to, and if you do, I wouldn't call you bragging because I asked. You bragging if you not asked and you just going online and talking about it. Guess what? Hey, look what I
Right.
did. Look. So I'm asking y'all what y'all done. But I got your video, Trey. If you want me to share that whenever you're ready, ain't gotta be
Yeah,
now.
all good. I wanted everybody to. I didn't hear you talking at first, so my bad for interrupting you. But
Nah,
I
you
was
good.
just wanting everybody to answer because you was hitting on when Destiny came in. You was about to hit on Reed first. I don't think everybody like really touched on that, so I just wanted them to touch on that before you play it.
All right,
okay,
good.
yes, that's good. Good.
Read.
Well, what I call our show that we do every day. For first and foremost, and I do it because I love the people. It's a part of giving back. I'm giving back the self and everybody that comes on our show because we give back, we share, stimulate conversation, make people aware of things, and we make them laugh, and hopefully we make them think. That's why every day is like we're talking about this. Hopefully, we're stimulating mental conversation. But me personally, on a separate level, I donate stuff. I give clothes. That's one thing. I donate my time. I've done a lot of shows for the love of doing the shows for free, the benefit shows, or even fundraisers. We do the coat drive, the toy drive. I don't believe in Christmas personally myself, but I believe in the mission behind of goodwill towards man. That's what I believe in. So when you see me trying to collect toys or clothes or whatever like that when the holidays come, it's because I still love my fellow man and I wish them nothing but peace and wellness, right? So
Yeah.
I don't particularly believe in the holiday, and I feed people. I'll cook a meal in a minute, and I'll share. I'm do give rides. I used to give rides to strangers, but it got kind of dangerous, so I stopped being, you know, Uber and stuff like that, and the gas got too expensive. But just different stuff that you do that you ask, taking people to the doctors, and that's so funny. Before I got sick, I used to run around for everybody, take you to the store, take you to the doctors. I used to do a lot of stuff for different people. If I see somebody that needed books, school supplies, book bags, clothes, whatever I can help, I helped. Whatever I could give, I gave. So on so many
Mhm.
different levels. And that's just my heart. And for those who took it for granted, took it for weakness, not shame on me, but shame on you.
Right.
Yeah, right.
No problem. David, we can go with you, and then Phoenix. The response to the question was in a, like what the question is in a private chat. But David, Phoenix, and then Uncle E can respond to it, and then I'll respond before the video's played. So David,
Okay. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm sitting there doing the Bill Cosby face. I don't know what.
After you done, after you respond, just refresh and come back. I see you. You stuck, but I was gonna let you talk as long as we can hear you. So just refresh after you respond.
I'm sitting there looking like I'm about to do a Jello pudding commercial,
Something.
but I mean, I've done a lot for a lot of people, and you know, what I mean, like different ones said, you know, I mean, I don't sit there and have the cameras and be like, hey, look at this bum here, that or look at this person here, you know, what I mean, asking me for money or that, you know, what I mean, like Destiny and different ones says, you know, what I mean, who are you benefiting? You know, what I mean, are you benefiting that person? Or you benefiting your ego, your image, or whatever like that. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, things I've done. I mean, shoot, a good example is these shows and stuff like that that I do here and all. I'm not making thousands of dollars and all this. I'm actually paying out. You know, I'm actually on my pocket is like $1,002 for me to show me some entertainment and everything to the people here. As far as like panhandlers and different things like that, if I if I see somebody that that needs food or I did a lot for a lot of people, and like I said, don't ask for a whole lot or sometimes anything in return or whatever. But I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to fix this mess.
No problem. If you done with your rebuttal, I'm gonna pass it over to Phoenix, and then Uncle East can hit on it before I respond.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I
have
love
Phil
how
in here as
much-
well. I'm sorry, everybody. Just to let everybody know, Phil's in here. So hey, Phil.
Hey,
All right,
Phil.
Phoenix, we can go ahead and go with you, and then we can let Phil tap in actually, and let him hit on it before we get to the video.
You did
So
say
go
that.
ahead, Phoenix.
Well, I'm going to. I agree with as far as not showing what you do for others. It's no one's business what you do if you're doing it sincerely. I do a lot of things, but I don't keep tabs, and a lot of times I forget what I do until somebody
Yeah,
brings it up because I'm just doing it. I've split the money that I've had for my house to help somebody else that I knew was less off, because in my mind I'm like, I can always get it back.
Yeah,
I can go do hair, or I can do something. I can call some, I can do that. But I don't know if they have the capabilities or the fire to go after, to be able to do it. So I'm like, well, here, you can share with me. I've been on my way to the store with maybe $40, and somebody right there was like, now you know the difference between somebody playing you. You should know the difference between somebody playing you, somebody actually need it. And I went and took this one. Now I stopped giving money, but I will take you to go get what you need. You say you hungry? Come on, I'll go feed you. You say, you need certain things. Okay, I'll go take you to get it, because you're not going to keep, it is what it is. I used to give money and walk off, but I'd rather know that if you say this is what you need and you really need it, you're going to show me as soon as we go in there whether you're lying or not. And I'd rather, if I'm going to give you from my household, you better need it.
Right.
I've taken somebody to get laundry detergent and tissue for their house. And I mean, like, this woman grabbed the 40 roll of tissue. And the Tide ain't cheap.
Hey,
and I looked at her and I said, okay, just because she's not paying for it does not mean that she doesn't deserve quality.
Very true.
And so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and pay for it. I'm like, you go ahead and take it home. And this is your housewarming gift because she just moved. And, if somebody needs food, especially my family, I will order them food. It's just the fact that I know for a fact that no matter what I do, my family's going to be taken care of.
Exactly.
And I want other people to be able to have that same feeling. So, I do stuff all the time just because my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my uncles and them, I come from a long line of people who care for others. And because of those blessings that they receive, and they pass those generational blessings and gifts to me and my children, I'm going to do the same, so that as they grow and my grandchildren and great-grandchildren will have those same blessings over them. We don't just get generational curses. We inherit generational blessings, and I'm going to do my part to ensure that I pass that down too.
I know that's right.
Can I say something real quick on the piggyback what Phoenix said? Before we go on, Trey.
I would like for everybody to answer real quick if you can, and just to get that out the way. and then
Oh,
and then if
okay.
you remember it, can you touch on it if that's okay?
Okay.
All right. Hold on, let me see. I'm off screen. All right, Uncle E. I don't know if you let me see. Let me pull up the question real quick. So the question from Molly was, what do you think you contribute out into this world or in spaces like this when you're on a like public platform? In terms of energy, in terms of the things that come out your mouth, just in
Just
general.
being genuine. Just being genuine. Like not being a yes man, that can like I mean, I don't care how someone feels as far as what I say. But I'm gonna be as real as I can be. I don't you wanna, if you want something frivolous, then you looking to listen to the wrong person. I'm not trying to give you nothing frivolous. So it's just about genuinity. Everything else really don't make sense to me. Everything else is just like it is what it is.
I ain't mad at that at all. Shoot, Phil's still in the house with us? All right,
Yeah.
if you can answer the question real quick, and then Reed, we can get right to you if you remember what you wanted to give Phoenix in terms of rebuttal. Um, it says the question from Molly was, what do you contribute out into this world or in spaces like this when you're in a public platform? Now you already know you somebody that hold a microphone all the time. You do work with street line and all that type of stuff. So I know you got some type of rebuttal, but what do you think you contribute out into this world and in public settings?
Man, I just try to treat people the way I want to be treated, man. I'm not the dude that's gonna be running around giving dudes money on the corner and this type of stuff, because uh, you know, my philosophy is learn to fish, man. I can teach you to fish. So it's like, I can feed you for the day, but what you gonna do tomorrow?
That
So
part though.
yeah,
That makes a lot of sense for the long road.
because I run into people all the time and be like, this, that, and the other, they go and do some shit. I can take you to a meeting. I can show you where meet is. I can show you
Resources, yeah.
somewhere to help you get the job. But if I'm sitting around just helping you, I mean, just the food you give me, I'm not really helping you. I'm just moving you along to the next person.
Mm.
So no, so I don't try to move like that. Like I said, I try to put myself in positions where I can show people what resources are.
Right.
Now
Ain't nothing
after
wrong
that,
with that.
it's you and what you do with them. So
Not mad at that at all.
yeah,
If you done, Phil, I'm gonna hand it back to Reese so she can give her whatever her response was on something that Phoenix said. I
okay.
don't know if you remember what she was saying, Reese.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I do because it's really it's personal and it really hit home. When she was talking about the stuff that she do for people because, and I was just going to shout her out and give her kudos because
Oh yeah.
um, I was sick back in November. I was real sick, and when I came out the hospital, I was extra sick. I didn't really tell nobody, but I think you guys kind of knew I was kind of
Yeah,
bad.
we knew. We
And
knew.
Phoenix showed up on my doorstep. She, because I didn't ask because I
Yeah.
wasn't going to ask, and I think she heard me cry or whimper because I couldn't even use my arm, you know. And next thing she was just like, "I'll be over there." I said, "No, no, that's okay. Don't." The
She's
next
that
day,
type.
she
Yeah.
was over there anyway. She was like, "You need help, and I'm gonna come here and help you." And
Right.
that kind of stuff, know when to help people. Sometimes people could be prideful and not say nothing, but you still step in and you tear down those walls and you give acts of service. Now it wasn't solicited, it wasn't asked, it was forced upon on me. So look, I'm gonna come over there and I'm going to take this, you know.
Yeah. I like that even balance. She let that shit. She flipped that switch when she need. No, you gonna do this shit. Yeah. So I like that. Yeah.
She did, and I just want to thank her for being a friend because I probably would have just
Yeah.
sat and suffered,
Everybody
cried,
needs one.
and might have been back in the hospital again. I couldn't even get my medicine jar
Thank you.
open. I was that weak.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I
That
didn't,
part is
But because
so good it goes right over your head.
it made me tear up because I don't do stuff to be acknowledged. I do it because I care. I give a fuck in where I give a fuck. So I just do it. I love you, so I'm gonna make I love y'all. So if y'all need me, or even if you don't need me, like she was trying to, I'm like, girl, bye, I'll be over there. That's just what I do. So I completely forgot. And just the fact that she talking about I'm Babasha, I'll knock on that daggone patio door. That's it, Reese. I knock on it real quick.
Pop up on her like my boy Steve. What up? I'll never let her know. I never let her know I'm coming. I be tapping it there. She's like, who that? Oh, Marl, I wasn't ready. Let me help.
Let me get my and shit.
Yeah, get in the closet. Put him in the closet. You gonna walk in here on the wrong time,
man.
I didn't know you was coming.
Yeah, that dude was popping out the back window.
What's up with you?
Hey, Aquarius.
Molly, you want to hit on that since you? I mean, it was your question, I know, but you want to hit on that since you already on the mic and it's working right now.
I like what everybody was saying. I can relate to a lot, and it ain't more on me. It's like more on people, like general people that did something for me that is rare because we so used to being the ones. I don't know about like Weezy. When you so used to being the one that's doing it, you don't notice that people don't really do it for you. So when they do it for you, I like that. Highlight that, like the OT that lived next door to us. We was on the show yesterday, so I was like, damn, I got to go out there and shovel that ice. And when I got off the show, all the ice was gone. And I was like, what the, like, I was just in my head, like, all right, maybe the people came through, but I was still, and then he's like, he walked past, I said, man, did you do that? He's like, yeah, man, I couldn't see, I had to walk. I said, man, I appreciate that, He's like, nah, I ain't tripping. I'm like, man, can I give you something? He's like, nah, he don't want nothing. He just did it out of love. So I was like, damn, that's rare for me. So I like that. He said me about an hour work. I was like, damn, this dude like 70 years old. He ain't no young dude. This dude like 70. Yeah. So anytime I see him, I be like, come on, man, you making me look bad. Because he always doing something, man. I'm like, God dang, what do you don't do? You cutting wood and you fixing this, and it's like he do a lot, and he do a lot for the church over here in the community, That's one person I definitely like to highlight because I know he ain't got no social media or none of that. He just do it out of love. So them the type of people that, I like this out here. Keep doing it. If you're doing it, if you're listening, you ain't even got to post about it, like Destiny said. But if there's something that you're doing and you hearing this podcast, keep it up, man. You're going to be blessing, man.
Is he single, Molly?
Nah. Married, kids, dogs, grandkids.
I need a handy man that do all that.
Make sure I keep them far away from you. I'm not even
tap on your window.
Reese gonna change his life. Like, hold on, OT. You don't go to church no more? Nah, I go to Reese.
No, we go to church together. I go to church.
I take the man out to church.
I'll never do that. I'll follow him to Trevor. Like, this where we going? This our house of worship, man, honey.
That's crazy. This the clip that Trey wanted to share. I'm gonna put it up. Y'all give us y'all thoughts in the comments. What up, AQ? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Please hit that like, that share, and that subscribe button, and give us y'all thoughts in the comments.
With somebody, you may be angry with them, but you can never truly hate them because you understand them. Like, the more you understand somebody, you can't really hate them because you understand why their psychology works the way it works. At that point, it's like no matter what they do, you just expect it because you understand them. And that's cognitive empathy. It's different from regular empathy. To have cognitive empathy, you have to have an understanding of something to have empathy for it. You can't just have empathy for it. Because regular empathy is like you just see an old woman you ain't never seen before, you don't know her, and she in a wheelchair, she's struggling. You just like, oh, poor old woman, I just want to help her. That's regular empathy. Cognitive empathy is understanding why she's in that wheelchair. What did she do to put herself in that? Or what did she do to somebody to put her in that wheelchair? And regardless if it's a good or a bad reason, you still have empathy for her and you want to help her. That's cognitive empathy. And that shit ain't for everybody. Regular empathy is easy. Cognitive empathy? Shit. having a lot of cognitive empathy, it really just reveals to you how people really just got a bunch of childhood wounds just piled on top of one another. That's where a lot of their fear comes from. That's where a lot of their insecurities comes from. That's where all this shit starts at. That's the craziest thing about being human. All of us are damaged. Every last one of us. All of us are walking around with scars on our soul. Best way to know that you got emotional intelligence is literally because you can't hate anybody. You may be frustrated with somebody, you may be angry with them, but you can never like truly hate them.
Then Trey back in here so he can let us know why wanted to share this video with us today. We just seen the clip. Trey, you back? I don't know. Is you back, Trey? He ain't back.
No, it still has the circle thing. Oh, there he is.
What happened?
The video.
I just got I'm trying to do some shit. What's up? What happened? I'm sorry.
I just shared the video.
Did I miss something?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, he's on the video.
Did I miss something?
Trey can hear me then, because I'm talking. He keeps saying, huh? He gotta leave out and come back in, probably.
Yeah,
Well,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Energy.
Oh, okay.
We watched your video.
Yeah,
We
but
want your
Trey can't hear
opinion.
me, though. Trey can't hear me. He gonna have to leave and come back in. We can start with whoever want to start it all. But what's y'all thoughts on the video? What Buddy just said in the clip. I wanted to hear from Trey first, but ladies always first. Riri, you want to start it off?
No, no.
You start with the
I
guest.
want to wait till after Trey.
You ready, Jess? Or you want Trey come in? Hold on. Trey can explain the video if he can hear me now. I don't know if he can hear me the first
I
time.
think so, yeah. What's up?
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't see
just
the
saying,
video.
break down a little bit why you want to share this video with us today. We just saying it, and we're gonna give our thoughts on it. You know,
Because it actually ties into because I was gonna answer and stuff after everybody answered the question that went out anyway that you had out for the panel. Because I feel like everybody lacks things. But I feel like when it comes to emotional awareness, everything that I feel like that dude, plus the dreadlocks, honestly. But in terms of having all of those things down pat and not knowing what it was before I found a definition for it, to understand certain things, and when I started to dip into mental health and why humans act the way they act and psychology and stuff like that. But like acts of kindness and stuff is cool, and that's amazing to me. I love to see it. I love that type of energy being spread. But I think the most powerful thing that I can offer somebody is a consistent me. So, meaning, yeah, you can be this person, but you see people that allow the things that are going on in their personal life to bleed over into what's happening to the people around them. And it takes a lot of inner working, sitting with yourself and stuff like that to really be able to hone in on most of your human emotions, to still have the capacity to like tell yourself where you're going to stand with something, how much of yourself you're going to insert into something versus how much you're not. Like being able to be emotionally regulated all the way around. I'm not saying people don't get agitated. I'm not saying they don't have emotions because I'm not an alien. I'm not a robot or anything like that. But I feel him because I understand those things. Meeting people where they are. And I said that before. I think we said on the show something about understanding what a situation is, being willing to dig deeper into a situation so that you can understand it. When you understand something, it doesn't have the same weight, emotional impact on you as it would if you didn't know what was going on. So I just feel like I possess a lot of those things. I'm not saying I'm just masterful or nothing, but I possess those things that he mentioned. And it made me realize how emotionally balanced I am. It wasn't always that way. It took some shadow work. Took a few years of shadow work, but I completed all of those things emotionally with myself that I wanted to complete so that I can like clearly move forward. Because if you have a clouded mind or a clouded space, meaning your environment, then you're doing a disservice to yourself, and I feel like it like hinders your ability to move forward.
Well, he's not necessarily talking about your mentality towards yourself. He's talking about the difficulty to be angry when you understand. And I got approximately 5 years a taste of that. I pay a lot of attention to my significant other. Once I have that significant other, I pay so much attention to them, to what makes them happy, how their facial expressions change when certain things happen. I listen to their backstory and da 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 da. And what this individual is talking about in the video that was shared is it's not an understanding of self. It's having too much understanding of other people. When you understand someone a lot, then it's not it I would look at my ex and I would say, I feel like shit for being upset about this because I understand why you are acting the way you are. But I also feel like I should have some justification to how I feel, because it got to the point where I understood why he was doing what he was doing so much that I was shoving how I felt into the ground. Like, it doesn't matter that I feel bad because he's only acting this way because of this. And that gives that person an excuse that makes you tone yourself down. And over time, doing it repeatedly, it makes you look at how you feel about the situation in a lesser light. Maybe in the end, it'll turn into, understanding yourself more. But in the start of it, it's having so much understanding of another individual that you feel like how you feel negatively on whatever situation there may be does not matter anymore, because of the reasoning behind how they're behaving the way they are behaving. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. A lot of I'd say there's a lot of time when we talk about mental health, we talk about families, anything like that. My training, the majority of my training, understanding how people work, humans work, how their mind works, whether they're close to each other, whether they're distant, whether they're coworkers or whatever, came from my house. Watching my family treat each other certain ways, display certain negativity, certain energies toward each other, I watched and studied them. So that already cleared up most of the situations and problems, how people can fall into a situation and assume because this person is so lovely or so attractive that they won't cheat on them, they won't do wrong, they won't do that, and they fall into shit that they fall into a mudslide. That's because a lot of the stuff that I seen in my house showed me how people can treat each other, especially based off of being something as strong as being a family member, let alone a boyfriend, let alone a coworker. So a lot of stuff that I hear people fall into, I'm not saying I haven't dealt with anything, but a lot of stuff that I feel like people get swindled into was training from at home. If you see it happen at home, there's no way I don't think someone on the outside of my home is going to do that, if not worse, especially unprovoked. Because if I'm seeing all of these things happen in my home setting, that deters me from running into the same type of treatment if I see it on the outer four walls of my house. So I know what you're saying, but I know what
It's got plenty of positive pieces to it. Like, if you have a family member that is just a grouchy piece of shit, weirdly enough, if you got the opportunity to walk in their shoes, you might learn why they're a grouchy piece of shit. For example, my grouchy piece of shit dad, I got the opportunity to work with him, and I realized one of the reasons he's yelling all the time is because he works in an area where part of the PPE is wearing earbuds, and he does not wear that. And that is a loud environment. Your hearing can go over time. He's been doing that longer than I've been alive. I'm like, okay, whenever he starts popping off and he's yelling, I got to remind myself he doesn't actually hear how loud he is.
Right.
And like getting to hear his backstory, like listening. I finally have a relationship with my grandmother and a closer relationship with my uncle on that side, and getting to hear about his upbringing when my dad's being a dick. My brain now goes, he's always been a bully. Just let him be a bully. Don't give him a reaction. And so I found more patience once I found more understanding. And yes, I put up with him being a dick way more than I used to. And that is probably because I understand he's always been a bully. Just don't respond.
Understood. I'm gonna pass the baton to Phoenix. Phoenix, when we get your take on this, I know you like the spokeswoman anyway in my head, but you always say something. Everyone on here does. Everyone has something on here to contribute, but you always just
hit home for me, you know, when you say stuff. So go ahead.
Well, that expectation just blew.
All the way up there, Slimmy, but you gotta roll
But
with it.
yeah, I say something great. Man.
Whoa. It's like, but no, what I put in our chat was having understanding that something does not remove accountability from that person. That's one thing when I'm responding to Destiny. But what I want to say about this video is the fact that, like what I just said about expectation, in order for you to fully understand the person, in order for you to look at a person and see their spirit or see the part of them that they don't even see, you have to drop your expectation of them. You can't look at them and say, oh, you're grown, I should do it. No. We all are on different levels of growth. We all on different levels of understanding. We are all on different levels of just learning. And if there's a part of you that is still wounded, if there's a part of you that's still hurting, I don't care if you're 80. That part of you where that wound came from, that maybe 12, that's what you're acting like a 12-year-old. So we have to understand that everyone is not you. Not everyone deals with their problem head on. We all have different ways of coping or different ways of dealing. And so in order for you to be emotionally intelligent, as the name of it, you know, or in order for you to be in the space of understanding of a person, you have to look at them and see them for what they are and look at them and realize that this is not my cousin. This is not my sister, my brother. This is not my neighbor. This is not my friend. This is a spirit. And that spirit needs to be loved and needs to be poured into in order for them to come for that space. And once you see people like that, you'll stop expecting them to be, quote unquote, better or expecting them to be like you, because nobody's like you. No one spirit is the same. We may have similarities. We may have familiarity. You might have a common vibe, but it's still different. You're still different. And so we have to understand that nobody's like you, nobody heals like you, nobody moves like you, nobody thinks like you, nobody loves like you. And that's what makes us special. So if you look at that person as a special spirit, you'll treat them different and they won't offend you. That's what I got to say. I got to go, y'all. I got to go into a meeting. But I love y'all. I will check y'all later.
I love you too.
Hey, love you.
I do love her. She's so smart.
You up next, Reed? Next woman, or you want to skip past?
No, I'll go ahead and speak on the video. He was talking about the two types of empathy, the surface empathy and then the one down beneath, like you understanding. When I see somebody and, you know, like he said, you can say, oh, you know, that's so bad, that's too bad, or whatever. That's just the regular surface empathy, like hi and bye. Like you see somebody, how you doing? It seems like that's that greeting, like empathy, the casual empathy that you would give anybody. But then when you start to understand a person, then you have empathy for them, meaning you understand it, and you a little bit of your heart goes out there. Because when I meet somebody and I have empathy and understanding where they come from, I love them so much that I don't want to be, like Trey said, you meet people where you are. I love you so much that I don't want to leave you where you at. You know, I'll meet you where you are. Sure, and I'll get that empathy and that understanding. I'm not going to leave you where you at. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can say, oh, can I borrow $1 or something? And then you understand that I don't have, then they say, I'm just out of work. I need this or whatever this happened. And then you get an understanding. You be like, sure, I feel sorry for you and let me help you. Let me not leave you where you at. And I think that's the love that comes out of us when you understand somebody, you can develop a love or connection to that. You know what I'm saying? I meet you where you are, but I get that empathy and that love and that feeling. I won't leave you where you at. If I don't, if you got that understanding, because you will understand the situation and how you I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying right there, but yeah, I had that empathy, and like I said, I'll meet you where you are, and once I understand, if we had that connection, I won't leave you where you at. That's love. That's
Who playing TV or something? Somebody background on?
that's yes, it's the show.
Yeah,
Because I'm watching it on the phone. You probably hear Destiny talking or Phoenix talking.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
hear somebody.
delay.
Yeah.
It's a delay. Hold on. Let me.
What's your thoughts, Dave, on the video clip?
Well, I have no understanding because I didn't see the video clip.
Oh, that sounds about right.
The video clip explains cognitive empathy. I've got the definition pulled up. It is the intellectual ability to identify and understand another person's emotions and viewpoint without necessarily experiencing those emotions oneself. It says it's the video says it's harder to get mad at someone if you understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that a lot.
You say you do it a lot?
Yeah, I do it a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Instead of getting mad at somebody, I'll step back and I'm like, you know what I mean? What if I was in that situation, or what if if the roles was reversed, or different things like that.
It's often described as putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, I do that a whole lot.
What about you,
When
Phil?
was the last time you did it?
I mean, I
When's the
didn't
last
care
time?
about understanding it without
Okay,
necessarily
okay.
having to put it myself in their shoes. I mean, I can feel for you without even necessarily really knowing and understanding what you're going through. You know, so yeah, I don't necessarily have to feel like my leg is cut off to feel bad for you because your leg is cut off. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, I just feel bad for you because you're going through something. You know, I don't have to necessarily put myself in your situation to feel that way. Yeah.
I don't think they're saying that you have to. I think they're saying some people, that's just how some people feel or whatever. No pun included. I mean,
The guy who did the video. So you did see the video, huh? So you seen it. You trying to explain what the dude said he didn't see.
You saw
That's
that.
so funny, man. You really funny, man. Yeah.
I've got a psychological note after Unk. Oh, and Trey. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trey already went. What's your thoughts on the video?
Yeah, I didn't say nothing. What's the question?
Yeah. Ain't paying no attention.
What's the
Dave
question?
missed the video. I'm gonna just play the video again for y'all. So some of y'all just probably tapped in. Ain't no question yet. Watch the clip. We want your thoughts on the video clip we about to play again.
You got emotional intelligence is literally because you can't hate anybody. You may be frustrated with somebody, you may be angry with them, but you can never like truly hate them because you understand them. Like the more you understand somebody, you can't really hate them because you understand why their psychology works the way it works. At that point, it's like no matter what they do, you just because you understand them. That's cognitive empathy. It's different from regular empathy. To have cognitive empathy, you have to have an understanding of something to have empathy for it. You can't just have empathy for it. Because regular empathy is like you just see an old woman you ain't never seen before, you don't know her, and she in a wheelchair, she's struggling. You just like, oh, poor woman, I just want to help her. That's regular empathy. Cognitive empathy, understanding why she's in that wheelchair. What did she do to put herself in that? Or what did she do to somebody to put her in that wheelchair? And regardless if it's a good or a bad reason, you still have empathy for her and you want to help her. That's cognitive empathy. And that shit ain't for everybody. Regular empathy is easy. Cognitive empathy, shit. Having a lot of cognitive empathy, it really just reveals to you how people really just got a bunch of childhood wounds just piled on top of one another. That's where a lot of their fear comes from. That's where a lot of their insecurities comes from. That's where all this shit starts at. That's the craziest thing about being human. All of us are damaged. Every last one of us. All of us are walking around with scars on our soul. Best way to know that
Oh, can I say something now? Now I've seen the video, Paula.
Yeah, if you didn't already get to speak, then go ahead. You got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Slim.
Yeah. Like I said, I go through this a lot, especially with like back in the day, you see like you're like a druggie or something like that, and be like, oh, they put themselves through it, da, da, da. But it wasn't until like he was saying, I put myself in their shoes, not literally, but put myself in their shoes and everything, and I had friends or whatever and all, and family members that was on it and everything and all, and they explained to me, they was like, you don't, you don't know, like, what I went through, and I did this, like the steps it took for them to become a druggie or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's when I started to, really feel for him, and when I was like, damn, don't need more sinners or whatever, no, to give them a drug to get off the drug. You got to create these mental places or whatever like that, no, to go to the root of the problem, wherever like that, no, to help them get off drugs and stuff. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, okay. You got a better take now. See, there we go. Yeah, they keeping this in.
Sorry, I paraphrased.
They popped out. Well, my thoughts on the video. Okay, Trey back. Yeah, my thoughts on the video. I loved it, and I think we all do it. And I like that he said, like, because I don't feel like I hate anyone, like sometimes people might do something to piss me off. But a lot of times I can predict half the things that's going to happen with the people that's in my life. It's because I know them so well. It's like even when I see people do wrong, I understand why they did what they did. A lot of people just see one side. Oh, why would you rob that convenience store? And they might just don't like that dude. He robbed the convenience store down the street. But I know he had to pay his rent within 2 days, and he didn't know how else he was going to get it. He chose to hit that store with that insurance and get that money back than hitting somebody on the street. So it's just like I can see, what people go through. I can understand them, and that would make me not, hate them. Just some people out here that's pedophilias. Them the ones that get me. It's just like I can't never think how you think that's okay. Them the only ones that really I think I can never. But it ain't like know them, so it's like I don't know one. So that's the only good thing. But I think if I did know one, that's one that I can never understand. But I think in the video you're trying to say is put your feet in other people's shoes. And when you do that, you start to see, what they going through and what it takes to get through what they going through. And when you understand that, it's hard to really truly hate them. It's like because that's just him being human. We all experiencing something, but it's probably something a little different than others. But at the same time, it can easily be us or a family member. Like you can't judge a girl for being a hoe, and you turn around, you got 3 nieces that might be hoes. It's like you don't know how her lifestyle bringing up. She might didn't have a father, or might been abused, but it might be something. But it's a story there. So I think that most people that don't understand her story, don't care to hear her story, they might just judge her. But I think anybody that's out here on drugs or that's doing something that's a criminal, these kids out here, they hurting, and they need to talk to somebody or find somebody that understand them, inner and understand them. So that's what I took from the video. Y'all want to add anything else?
I got an ADD thing to throw in there.
Yeah.
Individuals that are ADD or on that ADD spectrum, and also empathetic, they do this thing called comparative suffering, where they'll hear somebody in conversation, like this person starts to tell them something is going on in their life, and this person responds because their brain just like bing, there's like a light bulb of empathy, like what we went through that have us in some way be empathetic to the situation. We just say it out loud. It's not a great thing. I used to do that, and I have like really worked on that. Now I just let the person talk because it can drown out an individual, and make them feel like you're not listening to them because you interjected your situation to them. So I've learned to hold on to my comparative suffering till the end. But for most ADD individuals, it's just a bing and a light bulb goes off. And for the record, for anybody that has an ADD friend that does that, they don't do it on purpose, okay? It's not to drown you out. It's saying, I get it. I understand. You can talk to me about this, and I'll be able to give you pinpoints on different things to be on the lookout for. You know, that's all. Sorry.
If I don't want to draw silent, but if I have anything, I just always challenge people to cut off all their devices, give it like an hour or two a day, as long as you can do it. But take some time to cut off all your devices and sit in silence. I feel like you sit in silence, a lot will come to you, whether it be God, whatever it is you believe in, it doesn't matter. But I feel like sitting in silence will answer a lot of questions for you. I think I challenge a lot more people to face themselves, because it's beautiful to see people wanting to help others, but everybody knows if you're not, capable of handling things yourself, you're kind of soliciting information. I mean, anybody can be helped by just words alone, but you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're not well rounded, if you haven't did the shadow work for yourself to heal before you start pouring into someone else's cup. So I just recommend everybody take a little time out of the day, each day, to sit in silence. No stimuli, no Hulu, Netflix, no instant messages popping up, no distractions, and sit with yourself, sit in silence.
So I'm gonna try that if it helps with my family.
I want y'all to check this post up that I got up here. Are you back with us on?
It says, hurry kills presence, worry kills peace, doubt kills faith, ego kills love. Now read that from right to left. It says, love kills ego, faith kills doubt, a peace kills worry, and presence kills hurry. So I like that, actually. That's actually pretty powerful.
What was that? Presence kill hurrying. Is that what you said? Hurrying?
Hurry kills presence. Like you're not enjoying your time if you're in a rush.
Right. And you know who used to always say that? I know y'all gonna be like, Damian Seaman. He used to always say, if you gotta rush, don't go.
What's up, Dane? He in the comments.
A lot of people don't understand Dame, so they be pissed off. That's why I still fuck with you, Dame, because I understand you, brother. A lot of people ain't gonna understand you, so they gonna dislike you, man, and you can't be mad about that. That's a good one right there. A lot of people, I'm aware, and I forgive people, and I really trust and love and all that. But soon they dislike a person, and then they don't like anybody that like that person. So it's like, nah, I understand you, Dame. Speed being you, Dame. Don't switch up. I don't think nobody should. Be yourself.
Don't fold for nobody.
And then they shouldn't make other people dislike other people. I don't like that part, because we're all individuals, and I have friends, and y'all know me and Misha, Tighter Thieves, that's my sister. But she have people that she like that I don't care about, and not once have I ever told her, if you're friends with that person, don't say nothing to me or whatever like that. I don't understand that rationality behind that. That's if you care about that person and everything, because everybody not gonna get along. All my friends don't like each other. My friends over here may not like my friends over there, but they don't stop me or even tell me, oh, if you're friends with that that A, then I don't want to be friends with you.
I got friends that don't like themselves.
That's
Emotional regulation. All of that just sums all that shit up. I don't rock with nobody like that. I will gladly keep your ass over there without a problem.
Did you catch
no
the video?
Motion slow down over here, because you are acting however you acting. So that's emotional regulation. To know where to place people.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you catch the video. Oh,
Y'all
he
can hear
can't
me?
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a
I ain't
minute.
got nothing. I ain't got nothing to say. I was just making sure
Oh,
y'all
then
can
you
hear me.
should.
Oh, I got a question for Trey.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah,
Man.
take
We
that shit off the
on
screen.
break today, man.
Emotional regulation. Is
Mhm.
that you regulating your emotions, or is that you trying to regulate somebody else's emotion?
No,
Or is it both?
no, no. Emotional regulation, and I'm not saying it responding like that to be smart, but no, no, not at all. Emotional regulation. That's studying and learning yourself and understanding everything about you to the point where nothing about anything that happens in this world can truly knock you off. Things can get you disappointed. You have emotions. You're a human being, but something or someone being having the ability to knock you off, you still not emotionally regulated. Because if you were able to mentally believe and stand in whatever is going on in your life, then nobody can rock that shit. Nobody can knock it off, and you won't accept and allow certain things because you know what you don't deserve. So a lot of what people go through is just they haven't reach the point of emotion. When you're emotionally regulated, that's like having you ain't got no lights on your dashboard. You ain't got no check engine light on. You ain't got no, low oil. You ain't got no burnt up. Nah, that emotionally regulated is having everything in your car. Like we had that analogy with the car the other day. I'm gonna use it again. With having everything going on your dashboard is on point. You checked everything. Your spark plugs is good. Your alignment is good. You changed your oil on time. All that type of shit is emotional regulation. When you got stuff going clunky and you let it suffer and you let it dwell is when shit start going left. And then fixing this line turning to messing up that one and all that type of shit because it's not regulated.
Okay.
Emotional regulation is the ability to manage your own emotional state, influencing when you experience emotions, how intensely they feel, and how you express them, allowing you to respond adaptively rather than being overwhelmed through conscious or unconscious strategies such as rethinking a situation or automatic calming. It's crucial for functioning involving processes to modulate arousal. That's not highlighted. That's not important. So yeah, it's the ability to completely control your emotional state.
Okay.
That's good when shit is going good. Try that when shit is going bad.
I mean, but that's emotional regulation in the same spot because if you know what it is to handle the dark, you know what it is to stand in it, but you won't allow yourself to fall so far in it. Trauma happens, but if you're not emotionally regulated, yeah, it will be a problem. Take a little more time or effort to step out of the
That's like
darkness
all
or
people.
a bad situation. But
People are
nah,
arguing in the church. They doing this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. They say turn it over and all of this. And then once they turn it over and don't get the right answer, they're ready to take it back. So
it sound like I couldn't even hear all your words, but some of what I heard sounded like an Indian giver. Sound like somebody who gives conditionally. If you said something about taking something back or something like that, say it again if you don't mind. I didn't even hear you.
I'm saying that's like when you're in church. They
Hmm.
say turn it over. Okay, you turn it over. You turn it over to God. But then when you ain't getting, it ain't happening fast enough for you, or this, that, and the other, you ready to take it back and start working on it again. So
Oh yeah. If you surrender to any type of base like that, yeah. But then when you don't, that's even more accountability and stuff on yourself when it's not something to lean on, in my opinion. I'm fine with anybody having any resource or whatever they lean to get regulated, but it's even more pressure and more everything else on yourself when you don't have something to lean or you don't choose to lean on something like that.
because
Because
I
people
think
say, oh,
Yeah,
the
but that's
devil. Nah, oh, you. Talking about, oh, the devil and shit. Nah, half the time it be what people put out there. Some things in life come to you just
yeah.
because they're, presented or you in that space, but nah.
Okay, so
I'm
here's
with
an
And
what
just like
Square
example.
was saying. Y'all
just
still
look
Hold
at
on,
there?
hold on. Okay, so real quick, three people spoke, so let me go. Three people spoke at the same time.
Okay.
Since me and Destiny kind of been talking, I'm gonna let Reese go first, then Funny Man, and then Destiny. So Reese.
Okay.
Oh, I was just saying, I was piggybacking off of what Aquarius was saying. She
Mm-hmm.
said sometimes people have to FAFO. Y'all know what FAFO means, right?
Fuck around and find out.
Right. You, just,
Yeah.
sometimes they have to they test you, they test the waters. But with you saying that if you are a well-rounded person or have that emotional stuff under control, that they always gonna test you. But sometimes you can rise to the occasion and pass the test. And sometimes when you're not vibing high, sometimes you fall in and fail the test. But like you said, you don't fall in deep enough where you can't climb back out. Right? Is that how y'all saying it?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that's about right. Yeah, because you'll drown
Yeah,
in it.
don't dig your grave too deep.
Yeah, emotional Indian giver, AQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So David, I know you had something to say too, because the three of y'all spoke at one time. So I just want to make sure everybody get to speak. You was going to say something. You remember what you was going to say?
Yeah, I forgot.
All good. What was you about to say, Destiny?
The emotional regulation, solid difference in controlling the situation. So okay, instead of skipping direct, I'll go straight to it. So a scenario where someone spills milk across the table. You could be the person that stands up and goes, God damn it, blah, 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 blah. Or you could be the person that realizes that can be cleaned up. It's just a minor inconvenience. Let's just get it cleaned up. So you just clean it up. You can either go the fuck off, or you can be the one that just goes, all right, well, let's grab some napkins.
I like that analogy.
What if you both? What if, like some spontaneous emotion, like let me clean it up. What if you both?
You're working on it. You're working on it.
I believe in being the person to have something to clean it with. Because
there you go.
Yeah, I believe in being the person that has something to clean it with, because you can't clean up a mess with your fingers. You can't scoop that milk into your hands and try to get it over to the. So another analogy, but I like the analogy you put on the table. I like that.
You got the solution. You're the solution person.
Yep.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
Yeah, I don't want to. What was you about to say, Molly?
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all can hear me the whole time.
I feel like when people are talking or something, it takes away your mic, so it goes through periods of not hearing nothing.
They be hating on me, but I like it though. I just think that people they get confused with when you don't like somebody, that means you hate them. Just like it don't really mean the same. It's just like I can actually not like somebody, but that don't mean I hate them. Or it just ain't that I dislike them. I just don't care to be around them because I understand them. Like if I know this dude, a wild dude, he out here doing wild things, I understand probably why he doing it, but I'm not gonna hang around him and drive around in the car when we get pulled over or he crash out.
Right.
It ain't that,
Right.
I really hate this dude. It's just that I understand his lifestyle, so I don't want to be around him, because I don't want to get caught up in this situation. So I think a lot of people think like Reese said, you can have a friend of a friend. I might not like one of my friends' buddies or not. It's just that it ain't really the fact that I don't like him. I understand him. He might be that guy that I'm talking about. So when he around, I might be like, look, bro, I'ma chill and let y'all do y'all what up and keep it moving. I don't hate this dude. I just don't agree with his lifestyle, but I understand his lifestyle. I understand the way he probably was brought up and things that would lead him to this decisions that he make. And there's no changing him. Like some people, when they get to a certain state, there's no changing them. This who they are, and he letting it be known. He honest with it. This who I am. So it ain't that I hate this person. It's just the fact that I understand them. Even the person with Dame, it's like I still understand that person. I understand both sides. I don't hate both sides, but I do let both sides know that I'ma still like and fuck with both sides because that's just who I am. I understand why this person feel the way you feel, and I understand why you feel the way you feel. And I just think a lot of people get that confused. Just because you dislike somebody don't mean you gotta hate them. That soon they just be like, I don't like what they doing. Now I hate that motherfucker. Every time they come around, I can't stand that much. Why? Because they be doing this and doing that. Well, if you understood why they be doing that, you wouldn't be so angry. You shouldn't hate that person because you dislike some of the things that they do. That don't mean you gotta hang out with them or none of that. you know, but you can still understand them and know that it's other spirits that embody that same energy. So you'll know how to point it out. You ain't got to get to know another person. Soon they come around, you be like, dang, you already know that's that same energy. Like, all right, I understand him, but I ain't hanging around him. You know, he's cool. You can come buy some sea moss and that's it. But you know, we ain't hanging out. You know, he ain't coming on the morning Max show with us. You know, that just some
But
people.
you know how much emotional energy it takes to hate somebody, man. I can't remember the last time I really hated somebody.
Hating somebody.
Yeah,
It hurts you more to hate somebody than it hurts them.
Yeah,
So
it does. And then at the end of the day, that's a very strong word because you
it
really
is.
don't hate anybody. You just don't like what people do. Because if they didn't do the thing that you do not like, you would not even fix them up and say, "Oh, I hate that person." I mean, that is a strong. People don't know how damaging that word is or how deep it cuts for you to hate or to hate to despise something. So I try not to hate nobody. There's nobody that I hate. I try not to hate nobody. Now I can hate your ways. I can dislike what you do, but there's no reason for me to hate you. And I guess when we understand that, like Molly said, if I understand that I don't like your ways, I ain't gonna. That don't mean I hate you, but I just don't want to be around. You know, you don't do what I do. If you robbing banks, I don't want to be hanging around you robbing banks. Go over there. Go over
I
there.
get a, I get a lot of hatred though. A lot of people, you know, they shit. Sometimes I walk in the room, they here we go with this nigga, and I get it, you know, because I think different than a lot of people. I unwired from a lot of the thinking that I grew up with. You know, so if I talk about something against the government on both sides, people get mad at me. Oh, here you go. Oh yeah, Trump and shit, or Obama shit. It is like okay. If I talk about round earth, flat earth, oh here you go, here you go. You know, so I know how it is, but I don't be mad at those people because I understand those people. I've been where they've been at. I believed in all the things they believed in. I argue just like they argue with people that brought that information to me. I looked at them crazy. I did all of that, so I understand it. So when they giving it to me, I know how them people felt when I was giving it to them now. So I just sit back and I just like, okay, you know, but I see that some people it rallied them up that they can't even talk. So I only talk with certain people like a Destiny or somebody I know that can control their emotions and we can have that conversation. But it's some people, so when they see me, they be like, here go the conspiracy nigga right here. I ain't got time for this. I'm talking about family and all that. I got cousins and shit. Where man, they don't talk to me. They be like, nah, anything politics or nothing. They be like, I don't want to hear from them. They be like, yeah, it's snowing and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's snow. No, I don't want to hear that shit. You gonna probably say the snow fake and all that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. But they don't, you
It
know,
ain't
they
real
don't
ice
bother me.
outside.
Molly's right.
I
I get, I
understand
get,
it though.
I understand it too. And Molly, you must be rubbing off on me too much because they keep calling me a conspiracy. It's because I think. Just because you think don't mean you're a conspiracy theory person. But as soon as you think something out the norm, oh, you're a conspiracy. And I get it. And me and you are different. You know, we have different point of views and stuff, but I respect your review. I respect your point of view and I listen to you. And some stuff that you listen, I'll be like, you know what, Molly, right? That makes sense. Or you grow and you learn it, right? And when you grow and you learn, and when you try to share what you learn or what you're growing into, then they accuse you of, oh, you're a conspiracy theory. Oh, there you go. So when you said that, oh, here come that nigga. I never thought nobody would say, oh, here come Reese. But I noticed if I say certain things, they was like, there you go again with that conspiracy theory. And I'm like,
But do you think they hate you because of it, or do you think?
Yeah, they don't
because
hate
I
me. They
tell the
just
truth.
want
You
me
know,
to
they
follow.
hate me because I tell the truth.
They still love me
Uh,
though.
that's what they hate. They don't hate me per se. They hate the truth. Because some people, when you tell them the truth, it's like their mind explode and they
I
don't know
can't
what
say
to
it's the
do.
truth. I'm just saying something different. You know, that's what I think the conversation go wrong with a lot of them conversations because they both saying that no, this the truth, this the truth, and I'm just
Right.
like I don't know which one truth, and that's shit notes because this how they saying this side work, but it's evidence showing that that doesn't work, and on this side they saying this how it work, and it seems like it works. You know, it fits that model, you know. So it just be a lot of things with religion. You know, you find scriptures that they took out and things like that. So it's like, oh, well, we believe is true. But it's like even the scriptures that I found they took out, I can't say that's true. It still was written by man, just that another man came and took it out. So it's just like I just like to share notes and had a conversation and let people know it's more information out here on these things. Let's learn about it. Let's talk about what you learned, and I can talk about what I learned. But again, in this debate that when I'm talking about, I'm just crazy. Like this stuff came out of thin air. Like it's no books out here that's older than the books that they read and now that talk about it. So it's just like instead of just looking at it and researching, some people just ignore it, but some people actually do. And then we had them come and they shared things with me that I didn't know. And I was like, damn, thanks for that. And I just keep passing the information, but you'll know who won and who don't. It's no different than trying to hand somebody a drink and they might not drink. So you try to find something else they might like, but that's all it is. I just find other things to talk about. Let's talk about sports. Yeah, LeBron now they can talk all day. They don't want to. It's just certain topics, certain people can't have them type of conversations. So I just talk about something we both can have that conversation without you losing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who right. I don't know if I'm right. I'm just saying that it's just research, and I think we should share notes.
I gauge people by their willingness to ask questions. If I don't hear natural questions come out of conversations or things about even you as a person, if somebody's trying to understand you or you getting to know somebody, if I don't hear questions about anything, that gauges how much I'm actually giving to you in terms of information, in terms of my insight, what I think it is, or emotional, whatever. Because some people don't want to dig. Like pretty much the same thing you saying. Some people don't want to dig. Some people don't really care to hear. If you're not looking for clarity, personally, if you somebody know somebody else highlighted Destiny, but if you're not somebody like Destiny with a laptop or a cell phone out trying to look up the facts, trying to look up what it is and what it may not be, or trying to find because we have questions behind it. I mean, we have conversations behind the scenes about all types of shit, and she'll be sitting right there with a laptop or whatever. I need somebody around me like that that's going
Yeah,
to
fact checker.
like hear, be able to sit and shut the fuck up because I don't. Sometimes that be a problem. Sit and be able to, just keep their mouth closed and allow people to release whatever it is. I need people with that emotional regulation shit. I need people to be able to allow whatever opinions to float around them without them taking it in and getting enraged. If your body start heating up or your muscles get tense of what's coming out somebody's mouth, especially it's not a personal stab, you got shit to work on. So I don't really want, I like people that like to look up shit and figure out what it is or what it isn't. I want more open space. People talk so much shit about conversation and progress and moving forward and the human race and America and all that shit, and we can't be on a phone or in the same environment and talk without somebody's muscles getting tense. That's a fucking problem for me. So luckily I see some people that can have those type of conversations, but I also see lack of capacity. So
Yeah, freedom of speech is a state of mind.
mm-hmm. All right. There's no such, I know what you mean.
The word
Exactly.
freedom is a state of mind. The freedom of anything.
You can give yourself the freedom even within the system. Being aware of the system is part of your freedom in the first place. That's the way to it. You can find your way. There's avenues, There's avenues.
Yeah, I try to find this clip. It's the audio. The elites talking. Just basically, it ain't even it's a book, but the girl gonna read the joint. They keep removing it, but I got somebody else who reposted. I gotta share somebody video who's sharing the video, and I just want y'all to hear her reading it out because I've read it before, but just hearing her read it with that music in the background, it just hit different. I was like, damn, just hearing that, it just a reminder that man, we got some work to do here. It's one of my boys I be watching too, man. Shout out to him, man. The Collectors.
On the planet would be to completely divide them.
I'm gonna play it back some so y'all can hear.
And I hope Australia can figure it out, man. Something ain't right with all these.
Beacon transmission.
Here we go. In control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as they are old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided. Make them attend that institution from age 5 until an adult and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes their truth. Give them an explanation to everything so that they never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Provide them idols with artificial beauty and use them as examples of what it is to look perfect so that they are never content with their own appearance and can't help but to compare themselves amongst each other. Create addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off of the amount of followers that they have and are never satisfied. Build a society around them in which those who have money benefit and those who don't fail. Make money their main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that they remain in a place of constant struggle, forced to dedicate the majority of their time to the system that made it this way. Tax them in every way possible, but tell them that it's for their own benefit so that they don't think twice about paying it. Take so much of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them days to themselves so that they feel a sense of reward and don't fight back. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting so that even on those 2 days, they remain disconnected from themselves and each other. Pump their food with excess sugars and addictive chemicals, but make it cheap, advertised, and easily accessible so that they never stop consuming. When their food makes them ill, prescribe them medication that only masks the symptoms so that they become dependent on it every day. Charge them so much money for healthcare so that they stay in a constant loop of consuming, medicating, and working. Cause chaos amongst them and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgmental stereotypes. Turn them against each other in so many ways so that even if they were to connect on one, they would still be divided by another. My great-grandfather.
Hopefully y'all was able to hear that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
heard
want
it.
to read that book.
You know what stands out to me when I heard it, I got chills. That's how come I say I feel it stand out. It resonated when they say you scold them, then humiliate them, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what when they don't agree with you or don't go along with the program or say something, you scold them, then you try to humiliate them. And
Well, it was written by a guy that was very involved in politics. He was also the richest man alive for quite some time during before the Great Depression, and that man in particular played an incredible role in the launch, the domino that tilted into the Great Depression. And we were talking about that just the other day. It was John D. Rockefeller. He was very involved in politics, and he knew how the politicians intended to control the populace, and he wrote a book that doesn't get broadcasted very much. And I'm about to go look up that book and see if I can freaking buy it because it's about damn time. He's come into conversation 3 times in the last 2 days. That's a sign that I need to get the book.
that was him that said this. That was him that wrote.
It was an excerpt from his book.
Wow. Huh.
Anything stand out in the video to you, funny man? Oh, my man over there reading. He looking for that thing. You muted.
What was the name of the book again, Destiny?
My bad.
I'm sorry.
I seen that on TikTok about Rockefeller, writing a list or whatever, how to tear down or control a nation. And it seemed like everything that was in that list is what we're going through, what we've been going through or whatever. So everything.
Yeah, that thing hit hard, man. I don't know, when I seen it, I was just like, God damn, so many things he said, just like Man, they
Yeah.
poison food. They work us to
Yep.
death. And they get us sick. They feed us medicine. They keep us in the loop. And it seems like even if you know it, it's hard because other people don't, and it's hard to get everybody on the same page. So it constantly keeps us divided. They use so much, and they use the media, the news, and they start this from age 5. You know what that is? That's
Mhm.
grade school. So when you start to go to school, they start programming you then. And
Yep.
then they tell you what is what, and they give you the answers. And if you got any questions, they got that for you as well. So you don't never question the system that
Soul
they
and
put in place.
humiliate.
And people who question that system, like me, that try to bring up the things that was before this new system, because there's old encyclopedias that was way different than that. And I gotta remember the year that they changed it. It's the same year that they did the Antarctica Treaty. After that, the
Yeah.
encyclopedia was different, but they crucify people like me, and it seemed like I've been saying this for so long, and it's people that was able to do more than what I'm even trying to do. They've been murdered. It's like it's evidence that whenever people come out and speak different than what they preaching, something happened to them. Something weird, just strange, just go on, and people just ignore it. You think that they just doing this to these people just because? No, because they going against the system. They don't want them to wake people up.
Mhm.
That's what the whole Matrix was about. That's why I say there's a lot of Agent Smiths out here. When you trying to wake them up about something, it's like Agent Smith kick in. That's when that energy come from, and they aims like they fighting against what you're saying because they already gave them all the answers. And then if you had a question, they gave you an answer for that, but it's not really the answers. You can find the answers for yourself, and that's the thing
Coming.
they
Hold
didn't
on,
want you to
Barbara.
do based on that clip. They don't want you to find the answers yourself. They want to tell
Yeah.
you the answers. So I just question a lot of things that they do
There,
now.
there's there's a mention in the Bible that's still something that we can compare into today.
Hmm.
And there's it's the Tower of Babel, right?
Yeah.
And the closer to God they got, the taller the tower it got, and it eventually fell, correct? And everybody was speaking different languages, and that's supposed to explain that. Um, well, the Tower of Babel is it's actually just a comparative. It's a mental note. It's how close to God is how much knowledge do you have, and the more knowledge that you have, the more that you'll go off, and nobody understands what the fuck you're saying because it's so outside of what they know, on what level of that tower that they are at. When you are up at the top and you have all this floating around in your head, as soon as you start spouting it to people that are on a lower level than you and have not gained as much knowledge as you have on that subject, you're going to sound like a bumbling fool. It's the babble. You're just babbling. What are you
Mhm.
babbling about?
Yeah, that's what Jesus was crucified for. He's speaking on the Bible. He was going against the system that was in place at that time. He was talking different than what they was talking. And, he was like, I don't care. I'm gonna tell my people what I have learned over these years. And he was waking people up to a lot of stuff. So hey, we gotta get rid of him. And it's like it never changes. Look at all the certain leaders that try to make change for us. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. And it's just like they just put them out. Anybody that's trying to make change or go against this system. I don't know if Charlie Kirk on that, but he was saying some things that went against what they was talking about. Something happened. I don't know if he really gone on that, but it's just like these things, man. We just got to start waking up. I think we got to wake up as a collective, though. All these individuals and few people trying to just let us know that they are programming us. Because there's no way that the media can tell us everything about our life and school telling us everything about our life, but the people in your life can't tell you nothing. It's like that's amazing to me. Like I
Right.
don't know my professor in college, but I used to listen to everything he said. And if my mother said something, I'm like, nah, my professor said, and she's like, boy, I don't give a fuck about your professor. I be like, but nah, mom, you gotta understand, he been this. I don't care. I live life, and I had to really start to understand that as I got older, because I used to think The school was smarter than my parents. I thought that since I was in grade school, they know more. My teaching them know more. They know everything. And I'm thinking my parents, as I got older, they don't know this. They never been to college. There ain't no way they know this. But it's like they knew 10 times more than what I was learning. I was being programmed, and I didn't understand that. That now that I do, nah, my kids gonna learn both sides. Like, yeah, go ahead and get programmed. I'm gonna let you know that's programming. So it's just like let's do that. And hopefully it can help. I think social media is helping, but at the same time it's hurting us because everything, like B said, it's got good and it got bad. And they pushing more the bad than the good. But I think if more of the good start getting pushed, it outweigh the bad, then we might can get somewhere. But it's hard. It's hard these days because America is evil. It seems like the world is evil. Russia, China, all of them, for real. It's like all they leaders that's at the top, they evil. And all they citizens is good people just like us. You go to visit these places, you like, man, these people are good, but they leaders, it's just weird. You gotta have pictures of people in your house. If you don't, it's like the house catch on fire. You gotta make sure you save the picture of your leader. If you don't, they kill you. I'm like, what the world type? It's like, nah, but the people generally that live in those places, they are good people, man. So I like that's just read more. Forget what they telling. That's just read more. Grab these old books. And let's share these books with each other. Let's pass the book to each other at least once a month or so.
Right.
When school was first established, it was Henry Ford's idea, and he said it would help the children get used to working in an 8-hour environment. And they were like, well, what the hell are we going to teach the children for 8 hours a day? And the quote is, teach them everything about nothing.
Said, I want to, with my man Rockefeller said, I want a great nation full of workers, not thinkers. I said, this man, they vicious, and they the ones who set our school up, the 12-step program. It's like now they're trying to add a 13th year to high school. Did y'all hear about that? I don't think the
Actually,
kids.
no, but I would love to pull that shit up for like tomorrow though.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that. I thought y'all probably heard about that. Yeah, that's gonna be for tomorrow question. How y'all feel about 13th grade in high school?
What?
The 13th grade.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about
I
that
didn't know
tomorrow.
about that. I don't like
Yeah,
stuff with
they do that some
numerology.
places.
Yeah, I didn't know about that though. I'm gonna look that shit up too.
They can barely get to 12th grade. You talking about 13?
Add an extra year. Now what the hell is gonna
I
be?
didn't know about that either.
When you a senior, you usually chilling. If you did all right in school, you usually chilling in your senior year. So, cause I just had electives, cause all my credits and all my numbers was there, so I didn't really, have class necessarily. But that's what the hell you going? So now you gonna have class in the 12th year. There's more class.
Credit. They're gonna add more credit.
13 years. The numerology in that. Cause everything just always got round off to 13, certain numbers, But I don't know, it'd be cool to tap into. All right, so
who's the additional person that's performing on here?
Ron Spencer or something.
Rod Uncensored.
Yeah.
Rod Uncensored. Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Rod Uncensored.
Okay. So we have Y1 performing live at Friday Night Laughs. This event is going to be on February 20th at 249 Virginia Avenue, Cumberland, Maryland. There's going to be a few people in attendance. This man that you see above my head, David Funnyman Green, is the man and the reason for the season when it comes to this. We have Tay Boogie, somebody that stepped into the comments. Shout out to Tay Boogie, Kirby Wilkins, and Hilarious Omar. We have music by Cumberland's own Jessica Schultz, and we have DJ Blaze on the ones and twos once again. This event is $25 at the door, but it is a BYOB event, so save that $5 if you can. Put it on something that you want to bring into the drink to enjoy yourself. And get that early bird special for $20.
Bring your own.
And yes, Rod Uncensored will be at that event and stuff as well as additional. This is the Valentine's Day dinner comedy and night. Dinner and comedy night. There's gonna be 2 shows for this venue. It's gonna be 5 to 7 p.m. and 9 to 11 p.m. So if you're taking somebody out on a date or something like that, you can still catch a 9 to 11 show. There's dinner and menu available. Special Valentine's Day dinner menu available. Food and stuff is sold separately though for the event. You can pay for your tickets, but that will be separate from the food. This is going to be headlined by Beverly Miss Chocolate White, one of the best female comedians of the year, featuring Althea McFarlane, our very own lady of the hour, the lady of the Morning Mac show, hosted by Philip Page as well. This entity is Philip Page's entity. This is Let's Get Ready to Funny Productions that will be sponsoring this event, and it will also be featuring Brain Birch, one of DC's funniest. You can scan the QR code for information off your screen. So go back to it and pause it if you want to get direct information, or you can reach out to Philip Page, on Facebook. This will be at Quantico Gardens. The tickets will be sold for $25, and it's a special for 2 for $40 instead of that extra $5, which can be saved towards something, maybe an extra gift for your other half. This is at 3987 Richmond Highway in Stafford, Virginia 22554. Reservation info is listed as a number 540-621-87, and the email quanticogardens@gmail.com.
Alright, my bad, Dave. For this event right here, he got a menu that's separate from here. Let me pull it up.
All right, David, you gonna talk about this one because this is your blood right here, the Crab Queen. Everything on here look good now. I hope it ain't AI or Photoshop, because if it's hitting like that, I'm trying to slide around there so I can buy something. So you let me know how real it is.
No, and it's definitely real. You know what I mean? Like my sister, she's known as the Crab Queen. You know what I mean? She be
I ain't mad
making
at that,
dinners and all kinds of mess, and she hit me up. She was at the show before, and she was like, "This is a really nice spot." She seen there was a kitchen and everything. She was like, I could set up here. I said,
yeah, she got the setup. Don't it have an oven in there too?
Yep, got it all.
Oven and stove, right? Yeah.
I mean, macaroni and cheese and greens and all that mess.
Oh my God, man! I know a lot of people can't eat fish, and I feel bad for you because if I was standing in there in that venue, I'm fucking it up. I just want to let you know and tell your sister that everything on this menu looks good. This looks excellent. I hope the Crab Queen goes far. People love seafood on the East Coast, so I know she can do some numbers around here. But yeah, this is good.
You said you was coming.
To which is this for the Virginia? This is Cumberland. This is attached to, or what event is this attached to?
The February 20th.
Your birthday.
Oh, I can't keep up. I'm just reading the flyers. That's different. I was okay. Yeah. Now I made the association. Now I understand. Yeah, I'm coming to that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be able to eat it then. Yeah. I just be reading the flyers. I don't be thinking about where it's from and then trying to attach it to something. Yeah. But yeah, Molly came back to. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, so this is pre-Mother's Day, Your Mama's So Crazy comedy and after party show. It's going to be DJ B-Man, Bobby Brooks, DJ Smooth that'll be presenting the people that will be in attendance. You have Xavier Morgan. You have our very own Althea McFarlane, the lady that you see at the top of this list right here. The Gwen Factor, you have... it will be hosted by Barbie Brooks and headlined by Susan the Duchess. The Duchess Hawkins, I think. Yeah. And you have a few DJs on the side that will be, keeping everybody pumped and elevated. DJ B-Man, DJ Smooth, and DJ Darkmark. The address to this location will be 401 North Howard Street in Baltimore, Maryland. This event is on Saturday, May 9th. So, whatever you need to do to get your tickets. There's $40 for the early bird tickets and $50 at the door. Lemon pepper and salmon rice pilaf will be included. So that is the dinner that comes with your ticket. Hopefully they have alternatives and stuff for people that can't eat certain things. But neither here nor there, they're providing something. So, you can reach out to anybody on that flyer for information and details for further contacts. They have tickets available on Eventbrite. You can reach out to DJ Smooth, Barbie B, DJ B-Man at the bottom for information about the cash bar vendors and the food that will be available. So you have information about the raffle tickets and stuff down below.
Yep. Oh, can I add a breaking
All right,
announcement?
this right here is Skit Happens. They are an entity that is looking and scouting for improv actors, comedians, people that already online doing the online comedy. I see how people like comedians are converting onto from online to on the stage. So you never know your calling. I feel like anybody who has any type of talent, I feel like this might be a place that you can submit information. You can reach out to Blue Phoenix herself information, but you can also reach out to the email address listed below, which is redvisioncinema@gmail.com. They offer a couple things, it being open call, so it doesn't have to be listed or you don't have to sign up necessarily. It's open call. It's online, but the only thing is they ask for the people that are participants or submitting information to be ages 17 and above. The deadline, there is no deadline, it's to the spots are filled. So everything that they're trying to fill, this entity will continue to keep scouting until they fill all of those spaces.
Yep. Breaking news, but I guess we can talk about that and get more into that tomorrow. Just came across the newsroom. Amazon, they go 16,000 people. Did y'all hear that? 16,000. Yep. Amazon, they go. Amazon, they go 16,000 people. That's a lot of people. Oh. I'm just saying, tomorrow we'll talk about that tomorrow on Tall Tale
Real
Thursday.
asks if Destiny. I'm sorry, I have a commenter left, right, and Real that asks if Destiny has a show coming up. It must be somebody that's plugging up or reminding you of something that you have going on that you might forgot about.
Destiny.
You got her mic muted.
Is your mic muted? Because I can't hear you. Thank you, left, right, and Real. Thank you for that, for reminding her.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I sent Molly the flyer. It's hold on, I have it pulled up. So it's at Seville Quarter, Club 27. It's the Comedy Society in Florida. Club 27 Comedy presents Mo Alexander with Compton Smith, Destiny Andrews, and Lamar Defour. Sunday, February 1st at 7 p.m. You can go to club27comedy.com to get tickets. I don't know how much tickets are. I do know that it's a poppin' spot. I know this doesn't matter to any of y'all, but if we have any viewers down this yonder, then Pensacola, Florida, Seville Quarter, it'll be fun. That's a great lineup.
I'm glad you got people come in and remind you of stuff so you can make sure you shout yourself out. Whoever that is must be decent because people don't usually do that. So that's what's up. Thank you for stopping by to check out the vibe or to remind Destiny of whatever she might have going on to celebrate. So I appreciate that either way.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like, that share, that subscribe button before you get up out of here. We'll be back with y'all with some Tall Tale Thursday
tomorrow.
Oh, ready. Shout out to everybody in the comments.
Positive, read positive. Go be positive somewhere.
Huh?
Go be positive somewhere.
Be positive.
Later, y'all.